Question for the coach first. Your assessment of India's performance in the group stages, has the fact that India have topped the group, gone undefeated, surprised you?
I don't think any of my earlier statements over a period of last 6 months would give you an idea that it was a surprise. I did expect the team to do well, put up a display, good display. I expected them to be competitive, and they have exactly ended up doing that.
How frequently are you checking the weather apps at the moment, Harman?
Well, not at all, because we are here to play cricket and we are hoping if we get game, that will be good for us.
Is it a weird feeling though that obviously it's an advantage for India in a way? You're in a much better position than England are if the weather plays a part. Your thoughts on a reserve day, if there should perhaps be one?
See, I guess we got that advantage because we really played well in league games, and that is the reason maybe we got that advantage. But as a team, we are looking to play, and that will be great if we get a game. But weather is something you cannot control. But hopefully we'll get a game and try to win.
The weather isn't something you can control, but in the planning, perhaps a reserve day is. Do you have a feeling if there should be one for the semi-finals in the knockout stage of a World Cup?
Yeah, we did discuss when we had a match referee meeting, but it's ICC rules, we cannot discuss too much on that. But as a team, I think there should be, because every team is here to play cricket, and if we get a reserve day, that will be a great idea.
Question to Raman sir. Since your first assignment with the Indian side, which was as far as T20 scores, the tour of New Zealand, where India did not perform as well as you would have expected, since that moment, since that series to 2 steps shy of what you had said ahead of the tournament of India being favourites to win the title, what sort of changes you've seen this core group go through, and what sort of standout performances have stuck in your brain so far?
When I took over the team, the willingness to work was always there with the girls. And starting from June onwards, they worked really hard in all aspects, starting from their fitness onwards to their skills and whatnot. And then they also had, obviously, to come together, which happened starting from the home series against South Africa. So over a period of last 8 or 9 months, they have collectively worked hard, and each of them have tried to excel and work towards improvement. And that's the reason why these girls have become, as a unit, very competitive than what you would have seen them a year ago. And that's the sign of a good side, because it's also a young side. So that's what you would like to see as a coach or as a fan or whatever, the team improving collectively. And it's obviously, going to fetch your results if the team collectively starts improving in various elements of this game.
How have you seen Harmanpreet Kaur evolve as a captain through this phase?
The longer you do, the better you become. It's the same for any captain. And it's also a credit to her in the sense that she's rallied the youngsters in the side well, and she's made them feel comfortable. The important thing for a captain is to make each member of her side realize that they are very much an integral part of the side, and nobody's lesser than the other. So in that regard, it was a challenge for her, and she coped up with it brilliantly.
Harmanpreet, England have knocked out India in the last 2 World Cups. Is that in the back of your mind at all?
Well, that's history, we cannot change it, but right now our team is looking quite positive, and we will try to give our best whenever we get a chance to play.
And you played England twice in the tri-series leading up to this, and it was 1-1. What did you take out of that series?
Yeah, tri-series was a very good preparation for us. We did quite well in the tri-series. Right now we are looking quite confident, and we just need to go there and give our best.
Raman sir, I have a question for you. I have a question for Harman. I'm going to ask both. First to you, back home, these girls have become big stars, and it's not just because of the performance they have delivered in reaching the finals, but the brand of cricket that they have played. What really has, heralded this transformation, and could you talk to us about this transformation journey, how they have become such, superb athletes? And Harman, to you, basically, we still are to see a big hit from you and Smriti. Are you girls saving the best for the last?
Ladies first.
See, every game we try to give our best. Unfortunately, we were not able to deliver what a team was expecting from us. But as you said, maybe we saved our run for the semis and for the finals. And hopefully, we'll give best and try to do whatever a team is expecting from us.
The transformation is very simple. They all gained in self-belief, and they also realized the more purpose they show in the nets, the better it becomes as far as their improvement is concerned. I think that's what has heralded this transformation.
Again, similarly. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Harman, we mentioned there about the England defeat 2 years ago in the semi-final. How much has the team come on since then, and how different are you from that moment?
See, after losing last semi-final, as a team we have realized that we had to work as a unit. And right now, if you see, our team is working as a unit. We are not rely on one or two players. And I think we just need to keep doing the right things and just focus on the right things, other than just thinking about what happened in the past. We cannot change that. And we are looking positive, and I hope we will play as a team and try to win.
And do you think that the fact that yourself and Smriti haven't scored is a testament to the fact that you're not just relying on one or two players anymore?
Yeah, I'm not saying only 2 or 3 players who are always performing, like you mentioned Smriti and my name. It can be anyone, because right now what we are trying to do, we are trying to give individual roles so that everybody can come and perform for the team. And definitely, Smriti and I didn't perform, but team is doing well, and we are enjoying that, and because that is more important for us.
Like Rika mentioned, there is a lot of following interest from India for this tournament, and you seem to have made a very deliberate effort to keep the team away from that and focused on the task. So for both of you, how has that looked? How have you been able to cut out the noise and focus here? Have you made a deliberate effort to stay off social media? Have you guys made a deliberate effort to just keep the focus within the group and what they are looking to do for the next game?
See, when we came here, we started looking at realizing one important thing, which is to try and be here and look to do what we need to do here. Whatever is happening back home or whatever doesn't happen back home, I think that's sort of, in a way, irrelevant, because there's a task to be performed. That is what the girls need to be, focused upon, and they managed to do that well. And I'm sure that now, after having done that for a few weeks, they will continue to do so in the remaining part of the tour.
Has there been any discussion for Harman also about how the team handles their own social media as a group or individually?
Come on, give the girls credit for becoming responsible and realizing what their responsibility is. Nobody need to tell them. If they're playing for the national side, they need to realize how important it is for them to be responsible, as they realized it. And I think all the girls individually and collectively deserve a lot of credit for that.
Yes, sir is right, because we are playing for the country, and everybody know what is your role and what is your duty. And I think sir is rightly said whatever he is telling us, and everybody is so keen to follow that. And usually everybody know what we have to watch, what we have to ignore, and I think girls are doing the right things.
Firstly, if it's reduced this game, how do you approach needing to adapt quickly, and how do you manage your players in having to change plans very quickly and decide things very quickly when you don't know what's going to happen?
See, firstly, we just we keep talking to our players, we have to be ready for the game, and then always just keep thinking like maybe we get 10 overs game or maybe more than 10 overs. So whatever the situation, we have to keep ready and be prepared for that.
And can you just give us an insight as to the kind of person and character that Shafali Verma is, and having a player so young in a tournament like this with so much attention, how have you approached looking after her, and how has she reacted to it all?
Well, she is enjoying this moment a lot because everyone, whoever is playing cricket and want to play for the country, they just want to enjoy and give their best. And she is doing quite well for the team, and she's enjoying this moment. And we are really happy for her, and we are wishing her good luck that she keep doing the right things for the team.
What sort of person is she?
She is very, I can say she's very naughty, she's very, she gets so much happiness and positivity to the team, and she's someone everybody likes to watch, and she always enjoy, and whenever you're doing batting with her, she's always keep motivating you and like always release your pressure, and that's kind of player you need in your team.
What do you mean by naughty?
What do you mean? She's very funny. She's very funny.
Now, in a way, let me put it in a nutshell. She's at a stage where she's trying to find herself as to what she is as a person. So there's no insight that we can give, as to what she is. She's just a kid. She's having a good time. She's enjoying herself. She's on a journey to find herself, both as a cricketer and as an individual. That's what it is, as all of us were at 15, 16.
You mentioned about the personal responsibility that the players are now taking. Is that something that's different from previous tournaments, do you think?
Not really, because earlier maybe because our team was too young, so that time they were learning, they were watching like how other teams are playing and how other players are taking responsibility. But now this team is playing together from long time. We learn a lot from each other and learn a lot cricket, and now we have like sir and our bowling coach. They are always giving us so much confidence when we are working in the nets and wherever we are. So I think as a unit, when you work, you always get positive results, and that's what we are getting so much positive result.
And I guess that makes it so much easier for players like Shafali to be able to come in, because there is more of the togetherness that you're bringing as yourselves as opposed to getting it from other teams.
Yes, definitely, because when anybody enter the team, they see everybody is working together, and they also feel nice and they try to do what others are doing, and I think everybody in the team, they're in great phase of frame, and everybody is doing well for the team.
Okay, last couple of questions.
Questions to Daman sir about two specific batters. First being Shafali Verma. You saw her first time at the Women's T20 Challenge, where you were coaching Supernovas. From that point until now, what has worked for her? What have you specifically worked on her? And the second being changes in Harmanpreet Kaur's batting you've seen over this past 1 year or so. And is there something that you are particularly looking from Harmanpreet, the batter, in terms of getting the kind of consistency that she's capable of getting?
I'm not all thinking about Harman, the batter, because I know she'll turn it on when it's required. She's played long enough, and it happens with the best of performers. They have that uncanny knack of really turning it on when it really matters and when it's really required. The bigger the occasions, the better they are, and they bring out the best out of them. As far as Shafali is concerned, it's a simple case of allowing that kid to do what she wants to and find out what it is, that she needs to do. Because there is absolutely no baggage in her head, being, the kid that she is. And it's pointless to put something into her head. Let her play the way she knows to play. And on the other hand, she's also a very intelligent kid, because she's worked on a few things. And whenever she's had breaks from, let's say, a home series to an away series, and an away series to this particular leg of the season. So she's also thinking, she's also doing the right things, and I think that's the best way to learn, instead of somebody, really sort of downloading things, especially when a kid is suddenly thrown into a lot of action, and that to the top level. it's better to allow the kid to, blossom on her own.
Harman, now that you've reached the knockouts of the tournament, if you were to sum up in one word, what is the emotion that you are going through and the team is going through? And since emotions are best expressed in mother tongue, what are you telling the team? What is that one thing you're telling the team?
Just keep believing yourself, and because we really worked hard for that, and we are here to win, and just give your best. And I think belief is more important, and everybody is believing that we are capable for that, and I hope we will try to give our best.
Last question.
To both the coach and the captain. So improvements and generic thoughts on how the fielding has come together. Has it improved and to what extent you've seen those improvements? Harmanpreet, same question. Also the fact that have you seen new Harmanpreet-like agile fielders come to the fore and what has gone into making those agile fielders?
I'll leave you knowledgeable lot to be the judges of that.
Same answer. You should also do something, no?
Uh-huh.
We have to do everything. I'm saying you should also do something, no?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you and all the best.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.